Right here, we've got a lovely quote from Mr. Burling. It's my duty to keep labour costs down. Duty. Well, what Mr. Burling is doing here is defending his decision to fire Eva Smith after she organises a strike in his textile factory. The word duty, I think, is quite interesting. It's repeated throughout the play, and what it is it suggests a moral obligation, doing something because it is right. But here, of course, Burling thinks his duty is to pay his workers as little as possible. His duty is to his business, not his workers, and this shows the difference between unrestricted capitalism, where it was really the idea that workers would work for bosses, and if they didn't like it they could move somewhere else, and bosses would pay them as little as they possibly could to make as much money as they possibly could, and a good, healthy, competitive society would form, and the idea of socialism, where everyone comes together to help the most vulnerable in society. Burling here clearly on the side of unrestricted capitalism and competition. Labour costs here are his workers. So the word costs is really interesting. He just simply sees his workers as costs and not real people. And I think we can even talk about the word down. We can link this idea to the workers rising up. There was a fear of the working class and that they would rise up and demand a fairer share of the wealth, or even overthrow the wealthy themselves, such as the revolutions in Russia and France much earlier. Burling and the other industrialists wanted to keep the workers down and weak and therefore pay them as little as they possibly could. Have a look at the context box at the bottom there for a little bit of more information about that.